Hey everyone, so I will discuss again chapter 3, the basic concepts of probability and counting. So, the objectives are how to identify the sample space of a probability experiment and how to identify simple events, how to use the fundamental counting principle to find the number of ways two or more events can occur, how to distinguish among classical probability, empirical probability, and subjective probability, how to find the probability of the complement of an event, and how to use a tree diagram and the fundamental counting principles to find the probabilities. So, in probability experiment is an action or trial through which specific results are obtained. So, outcome. The result of a single trial in a probability experiment. The sample space. The set of all possible outcomes of a probability experiment. An event consists of one or more outcomes and is a subset of the sample space. So take a look for example in identifying the sample space. So here is the example. In spinning a wheel labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, how many possible outcomes are there with 2 digits? So using the tree diagram, we've come up this. 1, for 1, there is 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 is an exemption. 2 is 1, 3, 4, and 5 with 3 until the 5. So there are 3 types of probability: the classical probability or the theoretical probability. In classical probability, each outcome is a sample space is equally or likely, where P of E is equal to the number of outcomes in an event E over number of outcomes in a sample space. So, the second type is the empirical or the statistical probability, where it is based on observations obtained from probability experiments and relatively frequent of an event, where it is written P of E is equal to the frequency of an event E over the total frequency or the F over N. Note that N is equal to the summation of F. So the third type of probability is the subjective probability, where it is something like an intuition or educated guess and estimate. So, taking for this an example, we need to classify or identify what kind of or what type of probability is this. The probability of winning a lottery with 1 entry out of 100. So to solve, it is 1 over 100 since you're having 1 entry out of 100. So the probability of winning a game or winning a lottery is 0.01 or 1%. So, to identify what type of probability is this, since it is an educated guess, so this is, or so if it is, this outcome is equally or likely outcome, so this is a classical probability. So that's what all.